Does the monkey come in swinging, or should it make like a banana and split? Stay tuned to find out.
Thank you for coming along. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back to Robert Reacts, where I react to things. Thanks for joining me. Today, we're going to be talking about 2025's The Monkey.
Oh, fuck.
Released February 21st, 2025. It was directed by Oz Perkins, aka David Kidney from Legally Blonde. It stars Theo James, who you'll remember from the Divergent series or season 2 of The White Lotus. Rowan Campbell, who you'll remember as Michael Myers' intern in Halloween Ends. Elijah Wood from Lord of the Rings. Sarah Levy, or Twyla, from Schitt's Creek. And Adam Scott from Parks and Rec. And Rotten Tomatoes had this at 79% for the critics and 57% from the audience, which is kind of shocking. This movie was good. And I'd heard from a couple of people that they didn't enjoy it, so I went in expecting that I was going to be disappointed by it. But it kind of blew me away. I had a very good time watching this movie. It's the perfect blend of horror and comedy, and it's kind of been a while since we've even seen people attempt this. I feel like maybe the last time I remember it was Bride of Chucky, maybe, where it's like absurdity in terms of comedy and then absurdity in terms of horror combined. You usually get absurdity in one category, but not the other. The kills are absurd, disgusting, and hysterically funny, and the whole movie plays out like part Final Destination, part Wes Anderson film. And there's an SNL skit about a Wes Anderson horror movie that is very, very similar in style to this movie. The movie is based on a short story by Stephen King, who enjoyed the movie, which is something that rarely happens when Stephen King adaptations are made, that Stephen King himself enjoys the film. And the actors playing the twin boys are probably some of the most notable acting in this movie. Everybody else is doing a serviceable job. They're like at work, you know? But no one really stands out the way the twin boys do at the beginning of the movie. And the exposition when the twins get a little bit older it kind of slows the movie down. It kills a little bit of the energy and the excitement. And I assume they threw these in here because the kills were so big and we needed a respite from those. It's like playing a slow song after 5 bangers, you know? So you gotta give them a break, a quick little break. If you're a fan of Final Destination, Scary Movie, or Ready or Not, you're gonna like this one. It has a little bit of all three of those. Specifically the Final Destination part. There's a lot of the kills in this movie are happening by some entity that you can't see. So it's similar to Final Destination in that sense. Okay, that was as much of a spoiler as I'm going to give you. Here is your spoiler warning.
Warning!
You have 5 seconds to leave this video, or you will hear spoilers. Spoilers begin now. The movie starts with Adam Scott desperately trying to return a toy monkey, saying that his boys didn't like it. And the store clerk points out that the monkey is broken because one of the drumsticks is still up when both are supposed to be down. And Adam Scott warns him not to touch the monkey's arm because you don't want the drumstick to come down. And before we know it, the monkey does a drum solo and we get our first absurd kill. And I'm pretty sure we were like 5 minutes into this movie, and this kill is disgusting, but like yummy. So the shop clerk gets harpooned and disemboweled. So harpoon into his stomach and then yank out his intestines across the room like he's going to use it as a clothesline. Insane. A monkey did this. A toy monkey. So the next time we see the monkey, it's being discovered by Adam Scott's twin boys, who are intrigued by their father's belongings, mostly because I forget if he's dead or if he's missing. I forget which one, but dad's not around, basically. So they're like, ooh, this belonged to our dad. And there's an evil twin and a not evil twin. because they're both they're teetering on the edge. One is less evil than the other, I would say. So the evil twin turns the key on the back of the monkey and nothing happens. Later that evening, they're out to hibachi with their babysitter, and the chef at the hibachi restaurant is doing his thing with all of his stuff. And then all of a sudden, he throws something into the air, and the babysitter is decapitated.
His kappa is detated from his head.
Like, whoa, a lot for hibachi. Her head then rolls onto the hibachi grill, which this movie is 2 for 2 right now with these kills. We then get a glimpse of the bullying that's happening between the twins. There's the evil twin who is just merciless with his brother, his flesh and blood brother. He's getting people to bully him, like other people to bully him. It's a lot. And so Hal, the not so evil twin, figures out that the monkey is doing all of these murders. And so he winds up the toy monkey in the hopes of killing his brother. And then the monkey ends up killing his mom in front of his brother. So the evil twin watches the mom die. And that's how we find out that the monkey chooses the victims himself. You don't get to choose them. And so Hal chops up the monkey and throws him away. And the monkey bleeds, which is like, it's giving Twilight Zone episode, but maybe the newer Twilight Zone, the one with Jordan Peele. The twins then are moved to Maine to live with their aunt and uncle because they have no parents at this point. And the monkey shows up, even though they didn't bring him with them. The evil twin decides to turn the key on the monkey, even though the not evil twin tells him not to. And the monkey ends up killing their uncle. He gets trampled while he is in a sleeping bag by a bunch of horses. Again, 3 for 3. No, 4 for 4. The mom's death it's gnarly, but it's not quite this one. So the twins decide to put the monkey back in the box where they found him and throw him down a well, thinking like, we're done with this monkey now. We flash forward 25 years and find out that Hal and his evil twin don't talk to each other, and that he has a son with his ex-wife. And there's more exposition here, but it's kind of boring. Elijah Wood plays his ex-wife's new husband, and he wants to adopt the kid. Let's slow dance to a Belinda Carlisle song or whatever. We are then checking in with Hal's aunt, who is investigating a strange noise in her house and falls through the stairs to her basement into a tackle box. So her face is covered in fishing lures, so like hooks everywhere. She removes all the hooks and puts some rubbing alcohol on all of the cuts that she got, and then goes back to inspecting this noise. She then checks the stove and sticks her face directly into the burner, and the burner turns on. And remember, she just put alcohol over her face, so her head catches fire, right? And there's this Ghost Rider image of this woman. It's just, there's so many moments in this movie where you're like, this is horrifying, but it's also hysterically funny because she doesn't go for water, the toilet bowl. Like, she's not doing the things you'd normally do if your head caught on fire, right? Or the things we've seen people do in movies when their head catches fire. She runs outside where there's like like somebody sent her of like roses or something. I'm confused because it looks like roses, but the vessel that the roses are inside looks like an old-timey milk jug. She runs outside, her leg gets caught in the milk jug, and she runs right for the for sale sign that's on her property and impales her face on the for sale sign. This one was a treat. This one was a particular treat because it took a little while. We then switched to Hal getting a phone call from his brother, Bill, the evil twin. He's trying to convince Hal to go over to their aunt's house because he thinks that the monkey is there. And Hal is like, no, you need to take care of it yourself. He hangs up the phone and an air conditioner falls off of the roof of the motel where he's staying and electrifies the pool. And there's a woman getting ready to dive into the pool. She dives in, he tries to warn her, and her bones explode everywhere. It's like, this movie is candy. Like, these deaths are candy for us. It's like, yum, 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 yum. Cut to the next day where we see Hal showing up to the aunt's house because of, I'm assuming, the lady who exploded in the pool. And he goes inside and tours the house with the realtor. And they find a locked closet, and Hal's thinking, oh no, the monkey's in there, right? They unlock the closet, and a shotgun falls out and shoots the realtor, and she explodes into a million pieces. And Hal is just covered. He gets a piece of her finger in his mouth.
Ew, David.
Dad's dead.
It's very funny. It's a very funny movie. One of the things that the realtor tells him before she dies is that there have been all of these mysterious freak accidents all throughout the town over the past couple of weeks. And so Hal puts together that someone has the monkey, most likely his evil brother, and is turning the key. We then find out that Bill, the evil twin, lives in that town. So in the town that the aunt lives in. And he got Michael Myers' intern to retrieve it for him. And so his plan is that he's going to keep turning the key until the monkey kills his brother Hal, because he wants revenge for Hal killing their mom. He somehow figured out that Hal was trying to kill him and the monkey instead killed their mom. So he's been the one causing all of these freak accidents in the town this whole time. And Bill wants Hal to bring his son to turn the key because he's convinced that whoever turns the key becomes immune. Which, then logically speaking, how are you going to kill your brother if your brother has already turned the key and you know this? So Hal refuses. He doesn't want his son going anywhere near the monkey. The whole reason he's been estranged from his son this whole time is because he's afraid the monkey's going to do something to him. And then Ricky, Michael Myers' intern, forces the son to go into Bill's house to retrieve the monkey. And Hal's son goes in and it's like booby trapped and stuff. And, you know, it's like playing the final boss on Super Mario Brothers, where it's like, like there's an axe that comes across the hallway and all this stuff. It's all like booby trapped and stuff. It's kind of fun. So Bill then forces Hal's son to turn the key on the monkey, and that ends up killing Ricky, who there's been a nest of wasps just kind of hanging out outside the car, and somehow it ends up getting shot, and the bees or wasps then all fly into the car, don't even pay attention to Hal at all, and all go down Ricky's mouth. And he explodes from all of the bee stings or wasp stings. I don't remember if these are bees or wasps. Kind of doesn't matter because it's gnarly. It essentially kind of looks like he's melting and then he explodes. It's a lot. It's a lot. And Hal spends a lot of this movie covered in blood and guts. So Hal's had a rough life. Hal then decides to go inside, and him and Bill have this whole face-off, and the monkey is just in the background killing people like crazy. And one of my favorites from this moment are the cheerleaders, they're all hanging their heads out of the school bus, and then something comes by and chops all of their heads off. Like, that was pretty great. That was a good time. If you were trying to do a bunch of quick kills, like really fast, this is a great example of how that should look. The twins finally make nice at some point. They make nice for all of 1 minute. And then the monkey does another drum solo and sends a bowling ball right to Bill's face. Right! Which, if you'll remember from the beginning of the movie, when Hal is fantasizing about killing his brother, the way he does it is by dropping his mom's bowling ball on his face. And so his mom's bowling ball is what ends up killing him. And so Hal and his son decide, we have to take care of this monkey, otherwise it's going to kill other people. And so they take the monkey and put it away somewhere. And then they're driving through this town that has just been decimated. Like, the entire town is gone. It's over. It's curtains for this town. And we get this sense that the monkey isn't done. Like, the monkey's not done killing people. But credits roll. So are we getting Monkey 2 Electric Boogaloo next year? And that's The Monkey. I really, really, really enjoyed this movie, and I'm inclined to give it a higher rating because I was expecting so little from it. For a little bit of context, I have been watching a lot of horror movies recently, and thankfully the last handful have been really great. But before that, it was disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. So to get one that was not only entertaining, but it was funny and it grossed me out and it made me laugh while I was watching someone get murdered. This is a good movie. Like, the creators of this film did an excellent job. So because of that, I'm going to give this movie 8 monkeys out of 10. And you can watch this movie too in the comfort of your home using our Amazon link. You can either use the link on your screen or there will be a link in the description box below this video. And when you use our link, we get a small commission. It costs you nothing and it helps us keep our channel going. So thank you for using our links. So check out The Monkey and let me know what you thought. Did you like it? Did you think it was as funny as I did? Were you as blown away from not being disappointed as I was? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time.